Whoa, got a touch already. Took all of about 30 seconds. So yeah, don't get old is all I can say. That's pretty decent for this part of the river. Whoa. G'day all, Paz here. I've gone and bloody hurt myself. So I'm doing a bit of jetty fishing from the Canning.
In my last snapshot, I lure fish from the Red Devil in the Canning River. I was supposed to venture further into the wetlands this week, but of course I just had to injure myself. Therefore, kayaking isn't going to happen, at least for now. Still, I want to keep investigating the Canning, so I had a thought. Return to the place where it all began. My next snapshot, recuperate and target bream from a Canning River jetty. In the same location I learned to fish as a teenager. The latest Perth heatwave has finally broken. I headed down on a cloudy, humid morning. Not gonna lie, I was pretty ticked I couldn't continue my kayak fishing. Still, I wasn't about to rest on my laurels, and my mind needed its fishing fix and mental recharge for the week ahead. I brought 2 rods, but I wasn't confident in staying upright long enough to lure fish, so bait was the go today. In keeping with the theme of revisiting the past, I'm using chicken as bait, the first time I've done so in well over a decade.
Rod number 1, 6-pound line, 6-pound leader with a running sinker to a small hook, which will be baited up with chicken.
Apologies for the darkness. I wasn't expecting the action to begin so soon.
I'm gonna cast out and bait and wait. My other line's my bream combo that I've been using for the past few weeks. Whoa, got a touch already. Ooh. Do we have something here? That didn't take long, did it? Didn't even need. What is it? Well, that was good. Well, look at that. That took all of about 30 seconds for that to be hit.
I'm prepared for the rat bream. They're commonplace in this area. Still, I've never met a bream that didn't fight hard for its size.
There we go, lovely little black bream. Let you go from whence you came. Well, maybe I didn't need my other combo. Okay, let's rebait and go, and then I'll return to whatever it was I was saying. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm using my soft plastics bream combo that I've been using for the past couple of weeks with a pearl white Z-Man Slim Swim. I might have it a flick around, but it depends on how bad my back is.
I barely got that commentary out before I was on again. This time, another common nuisance of the Canning.
Now that is a big ass trumpeter.
I realised my footage wouldn't be great, at least until the sun rose. A pity, seeing as the bream picked that time to fire.
There we are. Two bream and a trumpeter. Only been there about 15 minutes. It's amazing. Left me a present too. Bastard. We're on. tiddler. Well, I'm not regretting this decision, even if it is sprinkling slightly. How's that? Yeah, 4 or 5 days of a bloody heat wave, and all of a sudden it's humid, breezy and sprinkling.
At that point, the sun decided it was finally time to rise, and I busied myself soaking a bait from different parts of the jetty. The water in this area is very shallow, and can get full of prawns and bait fish. I was pretty sure the bream would be hunting the flats before retreating to the structure as the heat of the day set in. The Canning has had a rough go of it, with the already oxygen-poor water being hammered by algal blooms over the last few years. However, the system is slowly recovering, and I hope to fish it like I once did.
Yeah, I was due to hop on the yak and check out the Canning Wetlands after my session last week under the bridge. Unfortunately, busy week at work, coupled with the fact that I'm just getting old, I threw my back out. So while I got no problem paddling the kayak, just one hit. Well, I got no problem paddling the kayak. The issue comes with the actual loading and unloading. So I'll bait it again. So yeah, don't get old is all I can say. Caught a few fish this morning. They're not absolute monsters, but it's kind of the norm when you're catching bream on bait. Very rare that an absolute stonker will take your bait out in the open like this. Very cagey. Looks like it's a morning for the tiddlers. Makes sense. The ones hunting the flats and all that. All the time when I was a kid. Catch the little bream. Of course there were probably a few more and they were a bit bigger in those days, but that's alright. Then as now, it's all about the sport.
They're hungry this morning.
On again. Probably another little fella. This one's gone This one's gone acrobatic. Hang on.
At this point, some other anglers turned up, and I wasn't about to disturb them by yammering on and on. Still, it didn't stop the fish from biting. I always crush the barbs of my hooks when targeting bream. I never keep them, and it helps with the release as well. When they're feeding like this, it pays to get on the rod quickly, otherwise they can swallow the hook and do damage to themselves. Seems everything was fishing today.
Oh, cool. Whoa. That's pretty decent for this part of the river.
Over that final rat, it was time to call it a morning. The jetty was getting crowded, and my back had had enough. While it wasn't my initial plan, it was good to get back to my roots and take a trip down memory lane, with a few fish thrown into the mix. The bream are there in numbers, and the Canning continues to give me a good time on the water. Snapshot complete. This video is dedicated to my 2 sons. Hopefully my back comes good, so I can continue my kayak exploration. In the meantime, if you want to check out breaming in the other branches of the Swan, take a look at this vid. This is Paz, wishing you fair winds and tight lines. Until next time.